Hey everybody, Dr. Cass here. This is a quick recap from our spinal hygiene class that we had on Saturday that y'all were requested. Alright, so first we're going to start with the hip flexor. Remember, we get that front foot forward and you're going to bend forward. You want to be feeling that stretch down through here. Remember, you can either doing little pulses forward or little pulses rocking side to side. Remember to always be moving constantly in all these stretches that we're doing. Okay, next we're going to be doing the stretch that's going to stretch out that glute and that piriformis muscle. So remember, you're going to cross one leg over. You're going to bring it up and hug that knee to your chest and hug it really, really tight to get a deeper stretch. You can move backwards. If that's too much, you can move forward. If that's still not enough, try to bring this knee over to the opposite side and then rock backwards. You should be feeling that stretch deep down through here. This is great for sciatica. Alright guys, remember this one was everybody's favorite because it was super, super easy to do. Remember, we're going to bend the knees a little bit, bend forward, and give our knees a nice big hug. And while we're down here, we're going to be pulsing our legs up and down, feeling that stretch deep in the back of our legs, while also calming our minds and getting rid of that anxiety. Alright guys, so remember we had two ways that we can be bending forward. One of the ways, stretch the low back. The other way, stretch the hip and the hamstrings. So I'm going to start with the first way. So remember, we're going to keep our hips here and we're going to curl our back, and that's how we're going to stretch, with a nice curl in the back. Once you get down to the bottom, you're going to act like you're flying the plane. So when you get to the bottom, you're going to drop one shoulder, the other shoulder comes up, deep in that stretch. You should be feeling that down through here. This stretch stretches the QL muscles, which is really, really great stretch to do whenever you're having that low achy back pain. All right, now second way that we're going to stretch by bending forward, remember, we're going to keep our hands on our hips. Remember, you want to think about your hands pitching forward, because this is the move that your hips are going to do. So we're going to keep that back nice and straight, and we're going to pitch the hips forward. You will notice that you're not going to go down nearly as far as you did the last time, but you should be feeling that stretch down in through here. You might feel a little bit more in the knees, and if that's the case, you can bend the knees just a little bit to get more of a stretch down through the hamstrings. This is a really, really great stretch to do if you're experiencing sciatica pain. This move was for shoulder warm-ups. So remember, we're going to come to a tabletop position and drop back just a little bit because we don't want much pressure on these arms here. But then we're going to pretend that we're working on a clock, and we're going to slowly move our shoulders around the clock. You want to do full rotations, and you can go the opposite side. If you find a particular spot that sticks or just feels a little bit tougher than the others, you can stop in that spot and do little rocks back and forth to help break those adhesions up. Alright, so this move was more of an exercise for you to do to help train these muscles back here, to help pull that neck back. So remember, we're getting all that anterior head carriage, so we want to help our muscles pull that neck back. So remember, you're going to bring your arms up like this, and without using your arms but using your scapulas, you're going to roll them back and think about pinching your spine with them. Remember, if you have your scapulas, you want to think about them rolling backwards and pinching inward towards the spine. You should be feeling that deep and through here. Alright, so we just did the exercise, so naturally we have to stretch. Now remember, we're going to bring one arm in front of the other, and we're going to use the other arm to pull that into you. Now after you do this, you want to be dropping the shoulder downward. So you really want to be feeling that stretch deep in through here. So remember, pull forward first, then drop that shoulder down. All right, so this stretch was for our neck pain and our headaches. So remember, first we're going to take our head to the side, and then we're going to bring the head forward. And we should feel this stretch down along through here. If you feel or notice a trigger point or a tender bump right about here, you can take your hand and cup that and pull it down and forward while you're doing this stretch. This is a really, really great stretch for neck pain, shoulder pain, and headaches. All right, so to get a deeper stretch for neck pain and shoulder pain, we're going to take our hands and we're going to sit on our hand, or you can sit on a chair and grab the bottom of the chair, and you're going to bring your head over to the side. This is going to get more of a stretch down and through here. So this is really, really great if you're having shoulder pain or neck pain. All right, so next we're going to do dead bug, and we're going to get our hands and arms up just like a dead bug. And first we're going to move the right arm and the right leg at the same time. And we're going to do that a few times. And then we're going to do the left side and do that a few times. And then after that, you're going to switch it up and you're going to go opposite. So it's going to be right leg, left arm, left leg. This is really, really great for coordination. All right, so next we have a step up from the dead bug, and this one was called bird dog. Remember, it's basically dead bug, but on all fours. Now in this one, you want to start with opposite sides because it's a bit easier to do. So you can either do multiple, or you can just switch one into the other. When you're feeling really confident, you can do same sides. This one takes a lot more proprioception and balance to do. So it's definitely one to work up to. I even fall from time to time still. It's not the easiest thing in the world. It's a lot of fun to do. All right, guys, so that was a quick recap. We've had our celebrity guest here. Thank you for joining, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. I look forward to seeing you at our next class.